Nessa girl, did you get into this sad ass, pathetic ass episode of Iyanla Fix My Life with Brandi and Jason Maxiell? Let me start out by saying this. You know, I never really had an opinion left or right about Brandi. I felt like Shawnee them did her wrong on that show, so I always kind of sided with her. But after watching Iyanla Fix My Life, I kind of don't like Brandi. Like, it was very hard for me to watch this episode because Brandi was just so reluctant to hear anything Iyanla had to say or to go through the process. And what I am not understanding is Iyanla has been consistent in who she is since the damn late 90s when we were first introduced to her on Oprah. Anybody who goes on Iyanla's show, I don't give a damn what you are going for. You automatically know your ass gonna end up crying, and you automatically know that she gonna turn the mirror around to your ass and make you own up and confess to what part that you play in the scenario and in the situation. And for some whatever reason, Brandi just refused to even be open to the notion that, you know, some of this turmoil in her life she is causing. You know, it's either that or just too emotionally non-intelligent to get it. And it was just very painful to watch. On the flip side of things, her husband was completely open. You can tell somebody who is tired of just feeling whatever it is they're feeling deep down inside, because that man came and he was so honest and transparent. And I'm so proud of him. And in that scene where Iyanla told him that it's a lot of courage for a man to come do this, I agree with her. And we've got a whole lot to unpack here. Jesus Christ, I don't even know if I got the energy to do it. Let's start from the top. So they've been together since high school, been together 17 years, married 8. You know, he cheated on her the first time her senior year. Okay, whoop-de-doo, they were young, big fucking deal. It happens in college and high school relationships. You know, then, you know, she gets diagnosed with cancer and Jason is there for her with the cancer and everything. And I know that moments like that can bring two people closer. It can make a person feel like they're indebted to another person because they were there for me, you know, when I was sick and down and out, and he supported me. And you're in a very vulnerable state. I've seen that. We've seen that even on this show. So I think that factored into their love affair. You know, let's not pretend we always know the money and the lifestyle factors into the decision to stay, especially in these types of situations. Because before I even get into the damn nuts and bolts of the damn show, like, and women, I need y'all to talk to me. Like, okay, like, you've been cheated on once. You've been cheated on twice. You've been cheated on 3 times. I'm going to be generous and give you 5. And that's being real. That's being fairy tale generous. But I'm just going to be generous and give you 5. Damn, bitch. 8? Like, when a bitch in a marriage and get cheated on 8 times that they know about, it just make me be like, you got to reevaluate everybody. In, like, when she was upstairs with Iyanla, she was saying she feels stupid. And Iyanla was like, no, it's not about you. But, you know, Iyanla, I think you a little wrong on this one. Like, I think we got to give her just a little sprinkle of stupid. Like, there's confused, there's filling a void, there's searching for a daddy. Then there's just a certain point where enough becomes a damn enough. And if enough didn't become enough at 5, then enough didn't become enough at 8. I was completely with Iyanla when she was like, what does the number matter? And the gag is, then the man reveals that it's 50 something and you still there. Like, girl, I don't know. Let me tell y'all something, bitch. Listen, y'all must sleep on some nice ass sheets. The Range Rover you drive must tickle your pussy and your fancy at the same goddamn time. The food you eat must feel orgasmic. Okay, the lifestyle that you live in, girl, must touch you on the inside part, call your name, and guarantee you will see into heaven. Because for the life of me, bitch, a motherfucker not finna cheat on me 5 times, yet alone 8. When that man would have said 56, 53, when he would have said for anything, I would have politely thanked Iyanla for her services, packed up all my damn shit, took off them high-ass shoes that you couldn't have walked in. Matter of fact, I'd have left all my shit there. I'd have walked outside and called me an Uber, bitch. I don't even want to go to the airport. Take me in this Uber from Atlanta back to California or wherever the fuck you stay. Matter of fact, take me to Utah. Uber, this thing go to Utah because I need a retreat from life. You know what I'm saying? If there is any time there's a reason for somebody to get addicted to alcohol and drugs, this is one of them. Ma'am, miss, like, and I get that shit that Iyanla was saying, that it's not about her. And yes, him cheating with 53 women, all these women, it's not a deficiency on her and it should not reflect her. I totally agree. But, excuse me, staying after that says something. Like, I just do believe there is a level of violation that just crosses the line that you can't come back from ever. Like, you don't deserve me in this capacity. Now listen, I deserve, like, we can co-parent, we can be friends, we can go hoop, but we cannot be in marriage with one another. Like, this is one of them situations that maybe y'all need to go get a divorce for 20 years and reconnect in y'all later 50s or something. But I'm just, you know, and again, I didn't go to school for life coaching and counseling. Hell, neither did Iyanla. But there's a little bit of stupidity in this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Iyanla, you normally teach that self-worth stuff, and you can tell towards the end of the episode, Iyanla wanted to say y'all need to get a divorce, but I guess that you can't say that. You have to let people come to their own conclusion. But Brandi, like, what Malaysia them got to say about this? Like, I just, ladies, help me out with this. I can't see a circumstance in which any group of women will come behind another woman and support her staying in a marriage like this. Like, I just don't. And I really do feel like your husband is at such a warm place in his healing that he would be willing to be fair in the divorce. You know what I'm saying? And then Brandi, the thing is, y'all, I don't abandon the script. That's how emotionally attached to this shit I am. And then the thing about it is, Brandi, with all your reluctance, you didn't realize that you were sounding like a typical classic case. You know, oh, he cheated on me 11 times. But my child deserves to be in a household. My child don't see what's going on. Sure as shit stink. Then the grandmas come on in. The lady, like my 5-year-old, told me they ain't sleeping in the same damn room. Like, Brandi, what planet do you live on, sweetie? What planet do you live on? And I want to tell you something. Iyanla gets the Dead Dad Award for me on her level of perception. When the two mothers got there, I could tell that they were not sisterly, but I did not pick up on there being any friction or tension. And because, shit, I know a lot of people who in-laws simply know each other, but they don't all mix and things are healthy and fine. So they get there and, you know, the first, you know, what threw me was that, you know, a lot of times the mother of the son will get offended if the mother of the daughter is talking about the son. You know, Brandi's mother was respectful in what she was saying, and honestly and truthfully, what she was saying was the truth because Jason's mother was co-signing. But then when Iyanla was like, let me stop y'all for a second. Do y'all like each other? And Brandi's mama, Jason's mama was like, she alright. I said, okay, there's some history. And then Brandi's mama was like, you know, we get along now, or whatever the case may be. We didn't in the past. And she was saying, you know, that's why I allow her to the house, or whatever the case may be. And then, you know, Brandi's mom was trying to say that the relationship with Jason and his mom is better, that he goes to see her now. And the mama was like, no, once a year on a birthday or holiday, that don't count as going to see me. Brandi's mama looked shocked. Iyanla looked shocked. And honestly and truthfully, I really wish they would have had more time, because I wanted Iyanla to do a counseling session with Jason and his mama and figure out what that breakdown is. Through watching this show, I have come to realize that there is direct correlation between a man and his mama and how he treats other women. You know what I'm saying? And there is something, I don't know if the full puzzle piece lies with Jason and his mama, but it's something in there. Aside from that, while I'm just completely abandoning the script and my notes, from my straight men that watch me, can you honestly say, can you cheat on your wife 50 something times and say you love her in the same sentence? Is that possible? And I know some people argue, yeah, that, you know, sex is not about love, and that, you know, the sex is not about her, but it's just certain things I just would not do because I care about the person so much. It's like, even in the midst of my brokenness, I don't want to do this to somebody. I want to tell y'all something. My last relationship, I cheated. Okay? And I cheated in our house. And the person found out. And in the moment when I had to come clean about it, the pain that I saw on that person's face, and when they started crying, and the fact that 7-8 years later, this person still won't talk to me. If I see this person on the street, this person still like just can't even utter a hello to me. That shit hurt me. The fact that I hurt him so bad hurt me so bad. And I'm still scarred by that shit. To this day, I don't ever want to be responsible for making somebody feel what I made that man feel ever again. I live with that shit daily, and it eats me alive. I go back to that very moment when we were in that bed and I was standing over him and told him the truth, and the way he just broke down and started, it was an expression on a person's face. It was an expression of somebody's heart being broken. That shit got me feeling guilty to this day, 8 years later. I don't ever want to be responsible for that. So I just, knowing that like, it governs the way I conduct myself, you know, when I'm romantically involved with people. I just don't understand how Jason could repeatedly do this. And I want to tell you something. After 53 something people, I don't give a fuck about this counseling. I'm less concerned about why he doing it and more concerned with why she's staying. And that's just true tea. Like, I fuck, as far as I'm concerned, fuck Jason and his whole damn story. Like, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that nigga is a basket case. A lost cause. Go stick your dick in 53 more dogs. I want a whole nother 3-day episode on Brandi alone and why she stayed. On Brandi mama and why Brandi mama ain't nagging her to leave. Like, I'm sorry. My sister could never come to me and tell me her husband cheated on her 9 damn times, so she thought. I'm gonna tell you something. My sister would lose me as a brother, because I would be calling her phone every day like, you filed for divorce yet? You filed? When you and the kids coming to stay with me? You filed? Don't worry, sis, I got you half on the rent on the new apartment. You filed yet, girl? Girl, you ready for us to come right there and get your stuff? Girl, you ready for me to book the truck? You filed yet? Oh, you got tired of me calling. You changed your number, huh? Mommy gave me the new number. You filed yet, girl? You filed? Oh, you blocked me? Not. Excuse me. You filed yet? Hey, how y'all doing, kids? Pack they, like, I would nag her every day to leave that marriage, to the point where she would have to move her ass to 10 buck motherfucking 2 to escape me. I'm sorry. They say it take a village, bitch. And I'm just not understanding what village you in that's supporting this, but I can tell you what it is. We already know how this shit goes with people that come from working class backgrounds and they get with people with all this damn money. They ain't telling your ass to leave because his money is your money, and your money is about financing all their damn lives. And if you walk away, 17 people stop eating. So instead of telling you to get out of the situation, they steady telling you to work through it while your heart and soul being trampled on for a few pieces of, Like, girl, you been with him this long. You got all the money, all the things, all the cars, all the real estate. I'm just not understanding what you're gaining at this point. Like, mama, you better get out this shit while you still beautiful and while your pussy still got some yank on it, and get you somebody damn else, because this is call me cruel and unforgiving, but it's just no way in hell I'm getting over a bitch cheating on me that many damn times. Like, that's just not it. So now that I can get back to the script, let me see where I'm at. You know, Iyanla asked him, why do you think you do it? And he said, you know, it's a 2 to 3 hour escape. Oh, and when he said that, bitch, it turned me on, because I'm like, bitch, at your age, you still getting it for 2 and 3 hours. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Like, my rendezvous be about 20 minutes. I mean, the shit. Girl, I need to check my game. Like T.S. Madison said, step my pussy game up. I need to do something, because I ain't huffed and puffed for 2 and 3 hours. Like, to be honest with y'all, I don't think I've ever been entangled with another human being for 2 to 3 hours. That's a long time to be fucking. And foreplay included, that's a long damn time. Nevertheless, she helped him arrive at an understanding, because he said it's an 2 or 3 hour escape. And she said, escape from what? When I first moved to Atlanta, I was rolling with somebody. This person was very attractive by my standard and by everybody else's standards. But he didn't feel attractive within himself. And I noticed that we would go out to the clubs and to the bars, and just like every night, because he was attractive, he was pulling. And every night he was bringing different people home. Every time he went out, he was hooking up with somebody sexually. So one day I just kind of got frustrated and was like, you know, damn, like, why the fuck you always doing that? Like, every time we go out, you got to bring somebody home to fuck. And he looked at me and he said, he was like, basically, I don't need you judging me. Did you ever stop to think that it's the one thing that I do that makes me feel good about myself? And I was like, whoa, I didn't. I'm not inside your brain. I couldn't think to look at it that way. And from that moment on, I've been more sensitive to people when they're promiscuous. There's always a reason. It's something you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, let's face it. A warm and wet hole is a warm and wet hole. And on the grand scheme of how good it feels, after you don't fuck 53 damn different people during the same time span as you've been married, you cannot tell me fucking 40 of them 53 pussies felt the same. Like, it's the same warm, wet orifice. Like, you know, it's not like it's 200 varieties of beer. You know, it's just not. So, you know, what is the deeper reason that this man is doing this? And that's what I was hoping that we were going to get to, and not Brandi and her reluctance. Brandi said, you know, oh, you know, she don't think her husband tells her the truth from the fear of losing her. Girl, you sound like a newfangled fucking fool. You need the same brains the Tin Man need from the Wizard of Oz. Or who was it that was missing the brains? The Scarecrow, whichever one. Like, fear of losing. Girl, there was an old lady. Listen, that man ain't in no fear of losing you. Girl, if he didn't lose you after 5, he didn't lose you after 9. And according to the credits at the end of the show, you still there after he fucked around on you 50 something damn times in your marriage. How can you formulate your mind, lips, and tongue to coordinate at the same time to exude from your vocal cords that your husband fear losing you? Where? How, Sway? How? And the thing about it is, he don't fear. Listen, at the end of the day, Jason has the ultimate control. Going back to some of them barbershop conversations that straight men have amongst other straight men, especially the ones who can provide a certain lifestyle. I've heard so many niggas say to their homeboys, man, that bitch ain't going nowhere. What's she gonna do? She don't work. She ain't never worked. She ain't going nowhere. Brandi, your ass ain't fucking going nowhere. Now, I did not get from Brandi that the material was as large of a reason that she stayed like we did with Sharice from Real Housewives of Potomac, but I think that's only because Iyanla did not have enough time to explore the material side of things, but you cannot tell me that that is not a determining factor. You cannot tell me if this man was just a normal, you know what I'm saying, 9-to-5 office worker, that she would have stayed and let him trample over her 53 times. So with that being said, then yes, I think the money in a lifestyle is the large part of the reason why she stayed. And I'm just like, y'all know, normally I can be educated with this shit and I can be on board with Iyanla in the healing, but I can't get past her staying. I just can't. Like, I just don't think that you've been married to somebody for 8 years, you've been with them 17 years, in the whole while the person has never been monogamous to you. I don't understand what it is you're holding on to. Like, girl, I would get my child support and my alimony and go on the fuck about my business. I just... Oh God, this shit just make me want to get off the damn camera altogether. When Brandi walked off after Iyanla told her, you know, why do you want to know the number? Why does it count? You didn't leave after 8. Why'd you gonna leave now? And she walks off and she goes upstairs. I do like the fact that Iyanla told her, you know, not to feel stupid. And that's what you're supposed to tell people in the moment. But now that you're not in the moment, no, you need to feel a whole lot of stupid, because you are. And if you had a daughter, you would never encourage your daughter to stay in no situation like this. If you were sitting at the hair salon, Brandi, and you heard another woman say her husband cheated on her 53 times in the marriage, you would be like, girl, you need to leave him. Y'all be casting all kind of judgment. I'm just not hearing it. And I don't want to hear shit in these comments about it's easier said than done and it ain't easy to fuck to leave. Yes, the fuck it is. I should have left your ass 53 times, okay? I should have left your ass 53 times. Well, I'm not gonna cry. You not gonna cry because you can't cry. You all cried out. It was a lot, but I like that Iyanla let her know this is not about you. It's not, his cheating has nothing to do with you as a woman. And y'all, keep in mind, don't let a man's cheating diminish your self-worth. If anything, let it make you gain some damn self-worth, and let it make you elevate your damn self. That shit was ridiculous. When Jason broke down in Iyanla's arms and just started crying, I really felt something there. And y'all, I really feel like the secrets to all of this stuff with Jason lies with him and that mama. And that's what really needs to be going on. I was done with Brandi when she refused to take any accountability for being manipulative and controlling and for punishing him. And when Iyanla said, when she was like, I never said he couldn't take his son to see his grandpa. It's like, yeah, you didn't say it verbatim, but that's what you said. You said, you know, and then what it boiled down to was you didn't trust your son alone with his father, which is problematic. I love how Iyanla went down this whole my son, when you say in front of your kid, this is my son, that you emasculate the father and the son, and you deny the son, you know, access to his father unconditionally. Yes, I don't think any one parent, especially in a marital situation, should have any more or less governance over the damn children. And I'm mad as hell that Jason abides by it, because the niggas I know would take their goddamn child, get on the car and let that bitch sit home and be mad. Like, that's just what she'd have to do. And I hate men that allow women to dictate the relationship that they have with their family. That shit is not cool. And unless Jason's mom just flat out disrespected Brandi in her home, you know, allowing a woman to tell you that your mama can't come around the house, I ain't with all that either. But I can't comment on that because we don't know what the mama did. The mama might have done some things that warranted that behavior. All I know is this. I think that this needed to be a two-part with them. I think that this show, there's just so much more to talk about with this couple. So many more dynamics. The mothers needed a whole session. And this, to me, only ripped the Band-Aid off of situations. It just makes me ask, why did Brandi choose to go on this show? It makes me feel like these hoes just want to be on TV by any means necessary. And the thing about it is, Iyanla not even paying like that. Like, you not leaving Iyanla and going to the car dealership getting anything. Yeah, not even a Kia Sophia. Like, she ain't paying like that. I don't know. I really feel like Brandi and Jason had some kind of pact where Brandi was like, basically, you need to go on TV and embarrass yourself to prove that you love me and make me look like a queen. And that's why they went on the damn show. And unbeknownst to her, Iyanla wasn't here for it, and she had enough to go around for the both of them. I don't know. I'm still kind of, this left a bad taste in my mouth about Brandi. It just made me feel like she got a very, I just saw something very ugly in her that I did not like. Her reluctance to it all was just, her denial, her inability to be accountable. Those are all ugly fucking traits in a woman, yet alone any damn body. It's ugly. I was turned the fuck off by Brandi Maxiell, and I really say, I was kind of on her side with that Tammy and Shiny them shit, but now I see why they didn't want to be around your ass. At any rate, y'all, that's all I got. I'm finna get off the line because I'm about to fuck around and get mad and I'm overheating under these lights. I'll call y'all later. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye.